Hi guys, it's me again. Alright then viewers, so this is it. Well, today's the big day. And today, as that I promised you, that I get to show you my updated BBC VHS collection. Now before I begin, I'd just like to tell you that yesterday that I just had to I had to polish the inside of that box, the very box that I used to store in my BBC videos in with. Apparently, it used to be full of toys in there, but sadly, not anymore. And the same with that shelf over there, because I've already just done some polishing of that too, which is from yesterday. Now, because I've already just got them all out, well, I've just thought, why don't I have a go at just doing a collection video again, because it's been such a long time since then. Oh, and if you're wondering what was that screen, well, currently I've just played Felony 1179, and I've already completed that game too. Okay, so, enough of that. So, without further ado, now, before I begin as well, I'm going to be splitting the videos in a couple of parts. It could be either part 5 to finish, or part 6, because I've got a lot of BBC videos there. So, we're going to start off with the history of BBC videos, starting from the BBC Star Ident era, which is basically that lot. Oh yes, and of course these two as well, and then of course we'll do the ones with the Globe Ident, which is a bit later on. So as of right now, here's the first part to begin with. So here we go with this one first, and it's Meerkats United and the Impossible Bird. Part of a BBC Wildlife specials on there. So here's the front spine with an old BBC video logo on the bottom, and the back, and it's got two programmes. There's Meerkats United and The Impossible Bird. Yeah, and it's narrated by David Attenborough. Oh, and I also heard that David Attenborough is celebrating his 100th birthday this year. Wow, that was pretty good though. And I do have some more of the David Attenborough ones, which is just those two over there. Right, anyways, let's just show you the tape first. And here's the tape from Meerkats United and The Impossible Bird. No print date. And it comes with a BBC video embossed case, which is pretty cool. And the next one is Metro Land, presented by Sir John Benjamin. So here's the front spine with an old BBC video logo down at the bottom. And there's the back. Now this one runs for 50 minutes, and this is one that's released in 1984. And there's a tape for Metroland. No print date. And here's another one with this particular label, and it's Ripping Yarns. Front, spine, and the back. This one runs for 90 minutes. And this is from 1983, which is also a pre-cert label. And there's a tape for Ripping Yarns. Once again, no print date, because obviously most early BBC video releases don't have print dates, but some do in the beginning or sometimes at the back. And here's another Ripping Yarns video, more Ripping Yarns. Front, spine, and a back. And it has 3 programs. There's the testing of Eric Oathwaite, Winfrey's Last Case, and The Curse of a Claw. There's a tape for more Ripping Yarns. Now, moving on to the next one now, and it'll be Branch Line Railway. Front, spine, and the back. And here's a tape for Branch Line Railway. No print date again. And the next one is Life on Earth, another David Attenborough history. And it's a BBC video special. So here's the front, spine, and the back. And here's a tape for Life on Earth. No print date. And there's an inside sleeve for the wildlife specials and all sorts of others. Now I know that my friend Louis Walton has got those RSPB bird programs on. And yes, I've even got the original release properly this time, which as you can see I've got it over here, which I'll show you in the second part. Right, the next one now is The Living Isles, a natural history of Britain and Ireland. Another BBC video, front and spine and the back. And there's a tape for The Living Isles. And moving on to the next one now, and it'll be Animal Farm, the BBC video release, the original. Here's the front, spine, with an old BBC video logo on the bottom again, and the back. And there's a tape for Animal Farm. And moving on to the Postman Pat ones, and here's Postman Pat 1. Now obviously, my good friend Jordan has gave me this one, along with Postman Pat 3, which I'll show you in a minute. So here's the front, spine, and the back. And it has 3 episodes. There's Postman Pat's Finding Day, The Sheep at the Cloverfield, and Letters on Ice. And there's a tape for Postman Pat 1. No print date. And yes, as I always said, no print date. And the next one is Postman Pat 2. Now, I think my friend Josh has kindly ordered that on eBay about a few years back. It was a hoot because it's just to complete the set. So there's the front, spine, and the back. And there's a tape for Postman Pat 2. Now, I do have a spare copy of the Postman Pat 2, which I might show you in my Duplicates BBC VHS collection as a bonus video, obviously, so that'll be good for me to do. And the next one in the trilogy, Postman Pat 3. Front, spine, and the back. And it has 3 more episodes. Now, and I'm sorry if I forgot to tell you what episodes are on this tape. Postman Pat and the Magpie Hen, Pat's Foggy Day, and Pat Goes Sledging. And the next one on Postman Pat 3 is Pat's Thirsty Day, Pat's Windy Day, and Pat's Difficult Day. Here's the tape from Postman Pat 3. No print date. Yeah, and that's another tape that my friend Jordan gave me about 2 years ago. And the same with this one. Fireman Sam, The Hero Next Door, the very first Fireman Sam VHS to be released. Here's the front, spine, and the back. And this one runs for 40 minutes. There's a tape for Fireman Sam, The Hero Next Door. And there's the inside sleeve for the other children's titles. Now, there's Postman Pat 2 and 3, which I showed you, and I will show you Postman Pat's big video in another part. And the same with Fireman Sam 3 and Saddle Bottom. Yeah, got those 3. Yes, but I got this one, but only as a Paradox Films logo version. And there's all those Camberwick green ones. Watch from above it, yeah, which I'll show you in a minute. And there's Stop It and Tidy Up. Yeah, same again on the globes. And I think that just about wraps up that one. And the next one is Watch with Mother, the original black and white classics. Front, spine, and the back. Here's a tape for Watch with Mother. No print date. Right, I think that we're moving on to the last one with an old logo, and it's Jimbo and the Jet Set 1. Here's the front, spine with an old BBC video logo on the bottom again, and the back, and it has 12 episodes. There's A Little Big Problem, First Time Flyers, The Old Timer, Jimbo Down Under, April Fool's Day, Jimbo and a Whale, The Chief Gets a Rocket, Jungle Jimbo, Chinese Pandemonium, Trouble at Sea, Quiet Please, and Jingle Bells Jimbo. And there's a tape for Jimbo and the Jet Set 1. No print date. And that's pretty much the last one with with this look here. But don't worry, the BBC Star Riders is still going over these four, which I'll show you last. So the next one is The Full Rise of Reginald Perrin, starring Leonard Risotto. So it's obviously like a compilation. Here's the front spine with this BBC video logo at the bottom, and there's the back. Now this one runs for 107 minutes. This one was originally released in 1983, and I got the second volume of it, which I'll show you in the second part also. There's a tape for The Full Rise of Reginald Perrin. No print date very much. Oh yes, and of course, now I know that about 5 years ago when I first digitised that, well, I know that the quality of it looks really bad though, but don't worry, I'm going to be re-digitising that one as well as the second volume, which I'm going to leave that right here. And the next one is Hi-de-Hi. Now, if you've already seen the comparison video with Hi-de-Hi, the BBC video and the Paradox film, yeah, I still got the Paradox one over there. Well, this is the original that started. Front, spine, and the back. There's a tape for Hi-de-Hi. Now, I know that my friend James Tulloch Knight, well, I think he's got this one on VHS, and I heard that he's already got I think he's got an autograph from Sue Pollard, which I think it was about a few years ago. Yeah, it was a very exciting moment for him. So, yeah, I'm so glad I kept keeping this one, as well as the Paradox one. And the last two would be these two, Volume 1 and 2 of 6 English towns from Chichester, Richmond and Tewkesbury, presented by Alec Clifton Taylor. Front, spine, and the back. And there's tape for 6 English towns, Volume 1. And here's Volume 2, Stamford, Totnes and Ludlow. Front, spine, and the back. And there's a tape for 6 English towns, Volume 2. So there you have it. So that's pretty much the BBC Star Riders, which I've already showed you now. Alrighty then. Well, I'm gonna say goodbye then, and I'll probably see you in the next part for, in fact, next couple of parts for the Globes and some for the Streaks of Doom Idents, otherwise known as the Bylines logo. So I'll see you soon for that. Bye.